Hi, welcome to Oracle ADF Beginners course. In this session, we are going to show you how to fine-tune your Jdeveloper. So there are two parts for fine-tuning your Oracle ADF development environment. The first one is Jdeveloper Tuning. The second one is tuning your integrated WebLogic server. So in this previous sessions, you would have seen my Jdeveloper was very slow. It's not the mistake of Jdeveloper. All I have to do is give some firepower to the Jdeveloper. So in my machine I have around 16 GB of RAM, and out of that I have allocated 8 GB of RAM for the virtual machine. So that means I have I can allocate at least 4 GB to the XMX value. So that's what I'm going to do now. First and foremost thing, let's open up the ide.conf file. There I'm going to set the values to little higher level, like 4000 MB for the XMX value. So if we go to Oracle Home and the middleware 1213 and go over here to Jdeveloper, and in the IDE bin you will find a file called ide.conf. Let's open up this. So I'm opening that in WordPad for preserving the formatting. So here if you see the XMS value is like 128 M. So there I said we will set this to 512. So it will start with 512 and it can go up to 4000 M. So that's the setting I have to do. So I save this setup, and then let's go to the next step, which is this is for the IDE again, but we are going to set those values in jdev.conf. So there we are going to set max perm size to 1024 M. So that is available inside this folder jdev, and then bin, and there you will find this file called jdev.conf. so you open up this file, so the max perm size value is set to 320, so you can set this to 1024. Then I save this file. And if I set this high values, we have to use this Jdev64W. So you can open this Jdeveloper using this Jdev64W. So I click on this and say open. So now it opens up the Jdeveloper. Now it gets the firepower which it requires. And the next step is we need to change the settings for the integrated WebLogic server. For that we have to know the path. So to get the path where the default domain is available, you can actually run the Jdeveloper, run the page in the Jdeveloper, and then you can find out the path. So this is the file which we need to change. Set domain env.cmd for Windows, and for Linux you can use set domain env.sh, and this is the value we have to set over there. So let's go to that file, and so to get that path, actually we need to run a page. So when you start running the page, you will get some log entries. Using that log entries, we can trace the folder where the set domain env.sh file is there. So if you closely see, the XMX value is set to 256 to 512, and the perm size is set to 128. And as well as the max perm size is set to 512. So we are going to change those values and verify that whether it is working fine or not. So in the log file you can actually see here So C colon users and then app data roaming Jdeveloper system default domain. So that's where the file is stored. So let's go to the default server path. I'm in the set domain env.cmd file. So there we need to add few lines like this: set user mem args. That will be right here. That is the first line we have to set. So once we do that and save this file, the values will be reflected when you run the Jdeveloper again. So right here, let's stop the integrated WebLogic server and run it again and see whether our whatever the changes we have done is working properly or not. So on the index.jsf, let me run this index.jsf. So if you look at here, it starts with 64M and goes till 1024, and the values whatever we have set, so all those things are appearing right here. So that means our settings changes are working fine. So whatever the values we have set, it appears here. So those are all the two settings we need to set to make your Jdeveloper work a little bit faster than before. And we have set a few things like XMX and XMS. We should know what are those things. So that is nothing but it's the XMX and XMS is nothing but Java heap size. And Java heap is a continuous memory region where all objects data will be stored. By data, we mean instance of class, primitive, and references. It can be configured using the following parameters. The XMX is nothing but maximum heap size, and XMS, which is nothing but minimum heap size. Say for example, if you set XMX value as 1.8 GB on a 32-bit computer, you are not giving any memory for anything else. So you have to keep in mind how much memory you have in your system, and based on that you have to find out specific numbers for the XMX and XMS values. So the next one we set is the Java perm space, and if you have worked with Jdeveloper before, you would have seen this error called perm gen space error, out of memory error, all those things. So here the permanent space is nothing but objects is setting for a longer period will be available here, and you can set the initial value and max value using the perm size and max perm size value. So we have covered setting up or tuning your Jdeveloper, and as well as your integrated WebLogic server. So you should be good enough, and your Jdeveloper should be faster than before, as well as your integrated WebLogic server. Thanks for watching this video.